Happy Monday and welcome back to Keys Prop Hunt. On today, we'll be looking for some props that we can hit on. Let's get into it. So yesterday we had a couple home runs. Rafael and Dern went yard in that Red Sox and Dodgers game, and then Raleigh also went yard in that Seattle and Minnesota game. So that was yesterday. We'll start out here looking at the left-hand side. So you got Lorenzen at home versus Tampa Bay, Nola at home versus Washington, Seymour in Colorado, Alvarez at Philly, then Fott versus San Diego, Chandler at Milwaukee. We'll start out here looking at Lorenzen. So really struggles with both sides, but power-wise it is lefties. 614 slug there. So he's throwing this changeup to get whiffs. So we'll look at that first, in which Mesa looks pretty good there. Weighted OBA. Must have some home runs there, I'd assume. Yeah, one of them. Whiff-wise, they don't look too bad, especially Aranda and Mullins and Simpson. Simpson. So not bad here. Not liking their batting averages here, but is it? No, it is getting hit. So kind of need you to be able to make some contact there. Mullins doesn't look bad there. 286 for Simpson. It's really a chase pitch though. 301. But those zones that we were looking at is where he gets hit at. Okay, the four seamer's getting hit as well as this cutter for sure. Let's go four seamer. Aranda looks good there. Simpson looks good. Massa and Mullins do not at all. For the most part, land in the middle of the zone. Top three is here where he's getting killed. Let me look right here. So Mullins looks good there. He must have a homer, I assume. No extra base hit though. Simpson isn't missing it, but he's also not doing anything with it at all. In Colorado, that can change though. The Tampa Bay offense hasn't been good though, I will say. But this could be a bounce back spot in Colorado. This cutter they're hitting for sure though. So he's getting hurt there. There as well. All three of these zones, he's getting hurt with this cutter. So Aranda looks good there. Simpson looks good there. He's seen it the most. I say without going too deep into this, I like Aranda and Simpson here for a hit from the left-hand side. Power-wise, I feel like Aranda hasn't done anything as of late. He can hit this four-seamer, as can Mullins. Let's see exactly where it is that he's getting hurt. Oh, we looked here, I think. Yeah, we looked here. None of them were doing anything here. Yeah, nothing really at all. Let's put them all in the same sample size. Which Mullins, the one that got a homer there. Okay. So it's three just in that zone. So that is notable for Mullins. And then what else is getting hit? The fly ball isn't necessarily there for the cutter, but he is giving up homers in a 503 estimated BOBA, so we'll look there. I feel like it was one there, one there. I feel like any one of these zones he could give it up in. Which Mullins got one there, so maybe Mullins here for a homer. Nothing this year though, but only 2 at bats with it. But last 10 in the both for both of those, he did have a homer. Um, yeah, I'd say possibly Mullins there for a homer. Aranda's, somebody that can do it too. Mesa has been hitting homers. I have noticed it doesn't look good against that four seamer, which is what Lorenzen struggles with. But he has a homer against about everything else that he's thrown outside of that curve. Yeah, he has a homer against everything. And the estimated WOBA across all those looks pretty good, except for the sweeper. So Mesa's somebody that definitely has been going yard. So I don't mind him there either. We can look at the right side because he has given up an average here. He's given up a couple home runs. So sweeper and change up are his whiff pitches. Yandy looks pretty good there. For the most part, he's landing only 9, 16, 45. I want to see how much they're chasing this. 31%. So I do like that for Yandy. 35% for Caminero there. Must be taking called strikes. But I do like that for Yandy. And then the changeup. Yandy looks good there. And where is he getting hurt? So he's throwing a bunch of pitches here. WOBA wise, a sinker. Okay, they're all hitting that. Let me see where he's. So top 3. Oh, top 3 are here. About all of them are getting hit. Let's grab these two next to each other. Okay. They did just have to fly out to Colorado, though. I will note that. But I'd say Yandy there for a hit. He has 3 homers against this sweeper too. 2 for Caminero. DeLuca has 2. Not bad. He doesn't really give up homers to righties, but he could here. Where did that homer? I feel like he's gonna land over there. 880. Let's grab those two. Possibly Yandy there for a homer. They're gonna chalk Bryce Caminero, so he can do that because it's cores. But yeah, I'd say Yandy's in play for a homer there. Nola versus Washington. I'm not sure what to do with them. I'm not sure the overall, like what they're trying to do. They traded away Garcia, who was great this year. I know they need pitching because their pitching is bad. So I'm not sure if they're just selling or what are they doing. Um, so yeah, I'm kind of cool in here. I know I'm pretty sure they got to Nola last time they saw him, but about cool on that outside of Wood and Abrams. Seymour in Colorado could get into some trouble here. Let's look at it real quick. 188 to righties, but I mean, 8 home runs to lefties, so he's clearly, lefties can hit him. May have to look there. So getting some swing and miss with this sweeper for sure. And then the change up. We haven't seen that much. And then his four-seamer, in which McCarthy looks good on the whiff and K, 2 out of 3. And if he can hit this sinker, where is he located? Middle of the zone there. I hate to pick the middle of the zone, but that's where he's landing with the 440 Woba there. Then nothing there. I feel like you should be able to hit in the middle of the zone. It's each of its own. We'll grab 10 plate appearances so it can be even. Yeah, like McCarthy for a hit here at home. I normally don't go lefty on lefty, just because I feel like you can see the ball a little bit better when you're on the opposite side of the platoon. But I don't mind McCarthy there. To be honest, he's faced how many? He's faced 119 lefties, 248 batting average, about average there. But the power is there for lefties for sure, and the ground ball, fly ball. I didn't necessarily look from the power side here, but the four seamer he's getting in trouble with, and that sinker that we looked at. She's landing in the middle of the plate, which McCarthy has one this year. So if you want to go McCarthy for a homer there, you could. It should. I think it's Seymour's first start in Coors, and Coors is a tough place to adjust to. So McCarthy should be in play there. So Alvarez coming in here for Washington, just got called back up on today, facing his Philly lineup that has been scoring as of late. And so I think they scored maybe 4 or 5 at least in the last, I want to say 5 out of 6 games or 5 out of 7 games. So that's a good sign to see. They just traded for Arraez. So, and this is a pivotal game, a divisional game here at home. So I'm going to look at them. I'll go right side first. As I mentioned, I normally go platoon there. We can't lick the left side though since he is struggling with them. So this curveball, not much here as far as the average and the Awoba. I do like they're not whiffing on this though, whiffing and Kang on this. Baum and Turner right there. Not bad for Remuto and Sosa. He's really just getting folks to chase that. So they are chasing it though in their last 10 for sure. Gotta lay off that. The slider, which Baum and Turner don't look bad again. I just don't like the batting averages there. Turner has looked better this in July though. I will say that much. Okay. And then, so the sinker and four seamer are getting hit. We'll look at the sinker first. 333 there for Trey Turner. Doesn't look good there for Baum. Go to see where he's getting hurt. So where he's throwing the most, a 440 Woba. Outside of that, he's pretty much nothing. These 3. Let's grab this. So only small sample size there. Baum has seen it the most though. Do like the 100% zone contact. Grab the last 10. Good for Turner. Bomb drops down in the last 10. Muto looks good there. Him and Hill must have some homers. Oh, Turner has some homers, actually. Muto 2. Derek Hill 1. His slider is getting hit when he... Where is he? We grabbed these, though. Who was it? Was it Bomb? It was Bomb. And then this four-seamer. Let's grab full year first. And Sosa looks the best there. Derek Hill, Bomb. Turner doesn't look the best there. It's not Kang and missing it, but he's just not executing. So still in the middle of the plate, more so top of the zone. He's kind of spaced out here. Baum has seen it the most. So he's swinging at that when he gets it in that zone. He's not missing it either, so I do like that. Trey Turner not really there on the four-seamer. He was on the sinker. Bombs on the four-seamer and slider. Derek Hill doesn't look bad either. They got a couple of platoon bats in there, Sosa and Hill. But honestly, I may just ride with Baum and Turner. Turner being at the top of the lineup. I'm not sure if that changes with the Reyes being there now. And then Baum is like usually batting cleanup against lefties. So I'll take them there against Alvarez for hits. And then the left-hand side, he is giving up a 290 batting average there, a 435 slug as well. So stock looks good here from the jump. Outside of that, it looks pretty bleak. Couple homers there for Schwaber. 3 for Harper and Marsh. So this slider. Okay. He's getting a swing and strike on it when he gets him to chase it down here. Okay. The swing rates don't look too bad there. When he lands in the zone, both of those are getting hit. Not much of a sample size there, so I will expand it. Okay, that must be Harper, a home run there. Yeah, and Schwaber. Do like the zone contact there for stop. Sinker, 326. Let me grab this. Stop looks good there, though. So does Schwaber. Let's see where he's getting hurt. So neither of his top 3 zones right here, he's getting hurt. Not bad. Schwaber must have a couple home runs there. No? Okay. Surprising, he's batting for average there being Schwaber. Don't normally see that. And then the curveball, none of them are really hitting at all. They rarely see it though. I'm surprised he's not really getting the swing and strike is not there. So they're not offering at it. Really nothing on this one. 224 there. I mean, I guess we can look here. And Schwaber looks good. Yeah, chalk play here is Schwaber for a homer, but Stott didn't look too bad against the what was the sinker? The slider looked pretty good. Curveball, really nothing there. So I say Stott there for a hit. Yeah. And then Fott versus San Diego. They have been good. I will say I don't really trust their lefties though. Outside of maybe Merrill. Merrill has been good as of late. Fott's been good himself though. To be honest, I don't know how long that lasts, or if I trust it, but I feel like he's been pitching for good for like a month and a half now. Um, Chandler versus Milwaukee. He's okay. He's seen Milwaukee before. Um, we can look at this one. So really power-wise to lefties. Missing bats with this slider. I like the whiff and K there for Terang. Lar doesn't look bad either. That's where he's getting his whiffs. Not really landing the zone with it. He's just getting chased. See the swinging rate here. 35% for Terang. Oh, he has given up 2 home runs on this slider though, so whenever he's landed in the zone. So here and here. Which Terang looks good. Bowers looks good. See if any of them went yard. Terang. Both of them have. Okay. Mitchell too. Makes a mistake with that slider. And then he's not missing. Oh, he's barely throwing his curveball. I'm not going to look at that. He's more than likely giving up a home run to that though. For sure. But it's really going to be this. He's throwing this 4-seamer almost 50% of the time. Where is he landing with it? He's landing in the middle of the zone a lot. Nothing really there. I feel like this may be a low-scoring game. You got Milwaukee coming from the West Coast. Bowers and Terang do look good there, though. I will say that much. Um, you got them coming from the West Coast, and then Pittsburgh was just facing Cincy, in Cincy, divisional game there. So I feel like this may be low scoring, but Terang and Bowers have been doing their thing, as has Yelich a little bit. Yelich has looked better. I'll say I didn't. He hasn't been doing his thing. Maybe a reach there. But yeah, I feel like this division game may be low scoring here. Rarely landing those. Um, let me see his underlying. Let's slide it real quick. Both Terang and Bowers are hitting it. Oh, yeah, I think we looked at this. I think I looked at both of these. Normally, I mentioned this other night when I said Terang and Bowers and they went yard. Normally, Bowers is the guy that I look for power in this Milwaukee lineup. Um, As I mentioned, I don't see this being a high-scoring game. Terrain does look good there. They've seen him before. I say I trust Bowers here for a homer against Chandler. He has looked pretty good though. I mean, Arizona not really. Was out of there in 4. Yankees have been bad. Milwaukee got him out of there in 4 2/3. Washington there, he gave up 4 in 4 innings. Philly got to him. Mm, yeah, I'd say Bowers there for a homer, and then I trust Terang with the hit there. I'm cool in Toronto's offense from the left-hand side. I mean, yeah, cool in the offense. Houston should get to Bieber. They've been hot. I'll look at the right-hand side. 356 to them. I feel like I can't even look at splits when I'm talking about Alvarez there though. They seen Bieber. I think they were his first game back this year. And so they saw him this year and they got to him. So we'll look here at this cutter. He's getting some whiff here, but also it is getting hit 350 Woba. How many times? You know, well, he's in a small sample size. So he's getting whiff here, but it's also getting hit. Yeah, I'm not gonna look at that one. I'm just gonna go these 2 zones he's throwing to. I mean, we can look up here too. So Pena looks good there. Paredes. Um, Nothing from the rest of them really. Altuve has a homer there. Yanner. But Houston has been hitting as a team. Um, Bieber went to Washington last week and was out of there before the first inning. So I do believe this is a spot that he can get hit up. And look at the whiffs. So this is a lot of whiffs here though. They're hitting it for power. Altuve and Yanner don't look bad. They're on the whiff. So all 3 of these. What is this? No. So I'll go all 3 of these. This is the slider. So Altuve. Yanner looks really good there. Cam Smith doesn't look bad. Pena doesn't look great at all. The whiff is bad. He's not canned, but he's also not hitting it. Paredes looks good. Cam Smith, 3 homers on this year. Not bad. I don't think he's been doing anything as of late. They probably haven't really seen this. Being Cam Smith there. As a team though, they've been hitting. And then this 4-seamer we didn't look, he's not missing bats. I really doubt he throws that 4-seamer to Pena. But Pena's in a great spot just because Alvarez is right behind him, so you're not gonna walk him to see Alvarez and then walk Alvarez and have 2 on, no out. So so you come at him and it gives him some pitches to hit. Pena looks good there. Altuve looks good. About mid for Walker. Firstly, I like Pena for a hit here. I honestly want to take the whole team against Bieber, but I'll say him there. And it's like Very small sample size, only 240 pitches to righties. But this slider's getting hit, and I noticed Cam Smith down here, and he shouldn't be. You should get some good odds for Cam Smith for sure. I don't know what he's done as of late. See how recent these were. So he homered last month against it. Ben Peoples and Zebby Matthews. But I have been noticing Walker too. Walker's been hitting. That was the optimal launch angle there for Walker, 27 degrees. I'd say long shot homer there is Cam Smith on this slider. Outside of him, I'd say I'd probably go Walker there. Pena looks good. I think he just went yesterday. It doesn't look good for Walker as a late against that slider. Let me. I'd say Walker's still in play. I feel like he can. What is he doing? Let me see here. Wait for this to update. Yeah, I'll change from that Walker one. He may have some history with Bieber. I'm not sure. But I say just ride Pena there. Ride Pena, hot hand. Yano has 2 against this pitch mix in his last 10. But Pena in front of Alvarez is in a good spot. He is pitching well to lefties. I mean, he saw Washington with all their lefties last week and walked like 6 batters. And so I do feel like Alvarez is still in play here. Knuckle curve. Which 392 Woba there, 100% zone contact. So I do like that. That is his whiff pitch. It's not missing bats at all with his 4-seamer. Let me take this off. I'll go these 3. Just trying to go away. Not bad. Some K there for Alvarez. Let me look on the other side of it. 4 homers there because he has the power to go away. I had him yesterday going yard against Rocker, but he had about 3 hits there. Yeah, like Alvarez here for a hit. I will say he's definitely in play for a homer. I mean, I feel like they should chase Bieber out of there and then get to that Toronto bullpen. Outside of that, from the left-hand side, I don't really see anything else. We looked at Bieber, Toronto, I'm cool on. Javier's not good. He hasn't shown anything, in my opinion, by any means. But their offense is just not there at all. I don't know if Sanchez just got called back up. I haven't seen his name in a while. But outside of that, there's nothing really in this lineup that I want. Springer has been good though, and he's returning back to Houston, so I'll look at him real quick. That's about it on my end from them. So 4-seamer, Clement looks good there. Springer looks decent. Let's see where he's located. Another small sample size pitcher here. Not bad. They look good against his 4-seamer. Did it say he had home? Yeah, this 4-seamer. Where did he give up that home run? I don't, whoever got that was strong to turn on that for sure. Springer has one there though. He tripled yesterday. Um, okay. And then sweeper. Then we look at that changeup. He's barely using it. But this sweeper. So Clement and Vlad look good there. Akamoto, the K rate's not there for him. Springer doesn't look too good against this at all. Really not landing in the zone. He's more so getting chased with it. 39% swing rate there. And then when he lands in the zone, it's there. One extra base hit for Springer. I do like that fly ball, but he's popping up. It's not hard hits. Two on the year for Okamoto. I say long shot homer there is Springer going back to Houston. 4 homers on the year. Chalk play they're going to have is a Kamamoto just because Javier is struggling with righties. But she may get some value in Springer there for a homer. And then Pitt, I'm low-key cool on. I mean, they're not bad by any means. Sprout has been struggling with walks, though. I have noticed that. More so I'll look Gonzalez here. So this cutter he's missing bats with, which Davis and Gonzalez look pretty good there. And in the zone a lot here. So nothing really there. Small sample size. 300 and 400. Ozuna. And then the sweeper. He looks good there. If he lands in the zone, it's going to be somewhere in here. More so Chase here. 8 for 11. He could get them to chase that though. Not much on that one. The cutter he was hitting. And let's look sinker. Not bad. I'd say Gonzalez here. Without looking at this too hard, I'd say Gonzalez for a hit here. This is an important series for them both. Actually, Pitt, I don't know if they're still in playoff contention or not. I don't think their record's too bad by any means. But outside of that, I may be cool on it. Dodgers could get the Boyd in Chicago. I expect them to play a little bit better than they did in LA. And then the Rangers haven't announced their starter. I think it'll be Quantrill, though. If it is Quantrill, I say Devers and Eldridge are in play for homer there. And then more so, I lean Devers for a homer there against Quantrill if Quantrill starts. And then I think Robleski may be starting against the Cubs there. They haven't announced it yet. That's why it's TBD on there. But outside of that, I think I'm going to call it. Yeah. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. As always, if you have any questions with the platform, please drop it in the comments below. And if you can, please like and subscribe. I hope you guys have a great day. See you guys.